Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this info session on Luxembourg, your launchpad for business in Europe. As you can see on this slide, Luxembourg is situated right in the center of Europe. And today we have 47% of our nationals of foreign origin. 70% of the workforce is made up of foreigners, and this is thanks to over 200,000 people coming across the border every morning from France, Germany, and Belgium. Everybody speaks 3, 4, sometimes even more languages in Luxembourg. And however, the national languages stay French, German, and Luxembourgish. However, English is widely spoken. You can interact quite easily in English, you can contract in English, and you can even litigate in English. So why are we building this data economy, and how are we trying to align this with the twin goals of climate neutrality and, of course, the digital revolution? Today, we're building this single national strategy, which has really the ambitious aim of being the first EU member to align both of those goals. And we'll explain that as we go along. But in order to see that, we need to see where we have come from. Innovation really is in the DNA of Luxembourg. And you can see that through the left-hand side here, where Luxembourg came from agriculture. From agriculture, we went through iron and steel, then industry came into Luxembourg, then all of the banking institutions arrived. But we can see that there's this fragility within those ecosystems. So in order to make this sustainable, we're continually reinventing ourselves. So that's why today, this data-driven innovation strategy really is of the highest importance. You can also see here that we speak very briefly of the startup ecosystem. If you go back 7 or 8 years, the startup ecosystem was quite restricted. Today, we have over 500 startups, and we can count around about 15 accelerators, incubators, each one with their own programs, and we also have several very large internationally open events happening each year. So let's speak a little bit more about this trusted data economy. First of all, in order to make this data economy, we need to make Luxembourg a place that is very open and affordable, I would say, to companies coming in and testing and aligning their products and services with the European market. So in order to do that, we need to provide the infrastructure. The infrastructure in terms of data centers, connectivity, but also office environments, testing environments, which is where we refer to Luxembourg as this living lab. Also legislation. I think we're very lucky in Luxembourg to have policymakers who understand the technology that is behind the business. So they're putting in place frameworks and regulations that actually is a catalyst to innovation rather than slowing it down. That, coupled with national funding initiatives, makes Luxembourg a very attractive place to come and geolocalize, test, and certify your products and services for the European market. Around that, we have to have this multi-sector approach, but also the support infrastructure that is in place in a seamless way that it can be consumed very, very simply. Now, Luxembourg is a small country. I would say everybody in general probably knows each other. However, when it comes to business, making sure that you have all of the tools in the same box and they're easy enough to get to is a very important point. You can see on this tree on the right-hand side of your slide, some of the support mechanisms that are in place. Some of the institutions are mentioned here. Cybersecurity obviously being a very important one. And very recently, Luxembourg published the National Cybersecurity Strategy to go alongside the data-driven innovation strategy. But you can also see here the research institutions, the government entities that are there for legislation and putting the frameworks in place. And then we add on to that really, I would say, hard support, such as Melixina, which is the recently launched high-performance computer. This is a 10 petaflop system. Obviously, it's going to be available for academia, but the idea here is also to make that available to startups, small, medium businesses, to allow them to have access to resources and tools that they wouldn't usually have access to. This is to help them accelerate and create really a sustainable data economy. As we look at this slide, we can see the 7 areas of priority that we're working on at the moment. That doesn't mean that other sectors are being ignored, but it means that we really have an added value to accelerate these sectors. And we see these sectors as providing that key sustainability that we were looking for the economy. Some of the key projects that are running around this at the moment is the National Data Exchange Platform, which should be coming online sometime next year. So this is really how to exchange data, how to value that data, monetize that data in a safe and reliable fashion. Providing intelligent industrial zones. One that I can mention, for example, is our automotive campus. So this is a campus dedicated to the research and development and advancement of automotive technologies, not just autonomous driving, but also components within the car, and also networking solutions around that. When we talk about the green transition, obviously here, sustainability and green matters are very important to any economy, be it digital or other. There are certain initiatives that are being put in place, meaning that we're investing in that infrastructure to become this circular economy hub. One of those, I would say a couple of those projects, is the nationwide digital twin that is creating a digital twin of the entire country to be able to run simulations, not only on urbanism, but also on, I would say, pollution and other circular and sustainability points. The product circularity data sheet is an initiative that was launched a moment ago now, which has the ambition of tracking and tracing not products as such, but also the components within those products, to see where each part or each piece of the product, where it's come from, what it is composed of, and what you can do with it once it's reached end of life. So let's just sum up now some of those points that we saw. So globally connected market, I mean, you can see we're in the center of Europe, voted #1 country open for business. We are on the doorstep of 500 million consumers across EU. International talent pool, I think it's very easy for Luxembourg to be attractive to highly skilled talent. Having said that, you know, that some of the talent we're looking for today, such as AI, machine learning, is very difficult to come across. But I think with the high profile projects that we're running in Luxembourg today, it does make it quite attractive for those talents to come here. Obviously, with the geography of Luxembourg being a logistics and supply chain hub, is pretty much a given. We spoke about being a test bed for innovative products. We saw in the tree in the previous slides the institutions and the support that is available to help people test and fund and finance those innovative products. The startup community is growing year on year. We have our Fit for Start program that we run at Lux Innovation, which brings in interest from over 300 startups, international startups every year. And all this really going towards this reliable data hub. How do we make Luxembourg really a trustworthy partner within Luxembourg? We spoke about the pro-business policies. That is the government really understanding the business and understanding the technologies that's driving that business. Luxembourg has remained AAA rated for many, many years now. And let's just go into a soft skills part of this very, very quickly. Top class health system, multilingual education. I think that's very important, not just multilingual, but multicultural, which is really also quite a benefit for innovation, because you can get to see different angles, you can get to see different approaches to the way projects are being taken. How can we help? Really, we understand the national ecosystem very well. We have very easy access, not only to businesses, but to the policymakers, as we said. really, you can get in touch with anyone at tradeinvest.lu or luxinnovation.lu, and we can really hold your hand to take you through all of the points that you see on this slide here, from introduction to the community through to actually incorporating your business and expanding in Europe. So with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for listening to me today. And I hope to see you in Luxembourg very soon.